It's time for Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at WMIXsports.com. Rams baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Sarah Staley, your country financial agent, Heartland Accounting, and by Central Christian Church. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the WMIX Sports mobile studios for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. Rams pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from Centralia. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside your Rams baseball. South 7 Conference Championship is on the line as the visiting Mount Vernon Rams are 23-5 on the year, but 7-1 in the South 7 Conference. The Orphans, meanwhile, are under 500 overall. Let's sit back, a game and a half at 5-2 in the conference. Centralia still has 3 games to make up in the conference. Of course, 3 games including today. Still have Althoff and Marion to come to town, or actually Carbondale to come to town on Thursday. Still have one to schedule the Marion Wildcats sometime before the regional. Meanwhile, this would be the Rams' final conference game. Of course, if they win today, they don't have to go back to finish up a suspended game at Althoff. But if they lose, they would have to go back tomorrow night at some point to finish up a 2-2, what is now a suspended game. That would begin in the top of the 6th inning. Of course, this is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you more about Landers and also about this matchup between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans. Glad to have you on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Jason Lord with a look at your next round weather. We do see clouds give way to some sun, maybe a shower or two for this afternoon. High of 73, showers in spots. Otherwise cloudy tonight, we're down to 50. Sunny skies and warmer for tomorrow. Tomorrow's high right at 80, low 57 for your Wednesday night. Clouds give way to some sun, breezy and warm. There will be a shower or thunderstorm in spots on Thursday. Thursday's high again near 80. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Fuel economy could not be more affordable. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square in Mount Vernon. The 2013 Ford Fiesta and Ford Focus are a dynamic duo of high miles per gallon. Right now, you will find a Ford Fiesta 4-door with an automatic transmission ready to get you 39 miles per gallon highway and for less than $15,000 plus tax, title, and license. Your pocketbook wins twice, saving out the door and at the pump. Wow! Or how about 38 miles per gallon in a 4-door 2013 Ford Focus? Drive away in the Ford Focus for $16,435 when you finance through Ford Motor Credit. Saving at the pump doesn't have to come at a premium. Browse our inventory at FordSquare.com or come see one of our associates at Ford Square Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com here at Centralia. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans today. Why the name of the field after being here so many times over my youth escapes me, but I believe it's Sprehe Field here in Centralia. So glad to have you. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Landers Collision Centers didn't just expand in Mount Vernon, they expanded their service. After your next collision, ask about free detailing as long as you own your car. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. That's 1-888-LANDERS, 1-888-LANDERS. Of course, the South 7 Conference title on the line, and we explained it in such an awkward way because the Rams come in 7-1 in the conference. The Orphans are 5-2, still have 2 games after today to play. But if the Rams win this one, they will clinch the conference outright and negate any possibility of having to go to Althoff tomorrow to make a suspended game.
you win today takes care of a lot of problems. If you lose today, then you got to get on the bus and you got to go play for maybe an hour or less or more. You don't know how long. You got to go over and get warmed up. And you got to settle back into a game that Alcoff was really into at 2-2, and one of those deals that you just don't want to have to deal with. You just rather take care of business today, even though this is not going to be a gimme by any stretch of the imagination.
These two teams met up not that long ago at Brennan Clyde Memorial Field, and I think the thing you take away from it's not necessarily the final score. You take away the short time it took to play the game, and I believe an hour and 24 minutes. Back on April the 16th, Brock Fulkerson pitched a masterpiece, going in with resistance with a complete game shutout. Mason McReaken, of course, took the loss in that one and was a 2-0 result. Of course, just 2 hits for the Orphans that day, and of course, it'll be the same 2 pitchers today.
Same 2 pitchers today, but if you remember that game, he didn't get a lot of help. Actually, the ball, I believe he dropped. That went by him from home plate that cost a run for Centralia. Another run came home another way. So it wasn't one of those performances where you want to look back to try to compare that game for this one, because you're still going to have to do those little things. I don't think it's going to be an hour and 24 minutes. I think it won't ever touch that. But a different day, a different situation. Obviously, payback. Centralia, the thing is seniors. Unless these two teams meet somewhere down the road, regional, sectional, postseason-wise, this might be the last time these guys play as seniors against each other. And that's another thing riding on this besides that conference championship.
Well, no doubt about that. And, of course, you take a look. A hot Carbondale team back in early April defeated the Rams through their lone conference loss thus far. But a Carbondale team that struggled as of recent memory, and a Carbondale team now that, because of the loss to Cahokia and a subsequent loss to Mount Vernon, slides all the way to the 3rd seed in that Heron Regional. The Rams will take the number 1 seed. Centralia will be the 2. Carbondale, as aforementioned, is the 3. Marion, the 4. And the Heron Tigers out of the River to River, Ohio, will actually be the 5th seed in their own regional. So we'll have the pairings for that regional tomorrow, but the Rams are the number 1 seed in that regional. Of course, the number 2 seeded Orphans here today in this battle, and what could be a regional championship game preview again.
It could be. And that's the fun part of it. Seeds just came out, and the Internet not going very quickly here in this part of the world, so we're trying to figure out the seedings are out. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. And this is one of those interesting games here where 2 rivals going at it. Obviously, Centralia would love to spoil Mount Vernon's hope and have to make them get on a bus and go to Alcoff tomorrow night.
Of course, big or small, Landers Collision Centers fixes and out details them all. Premium detailing now available at Landers Collision Centers. Call anytime you need them. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. And, of course, we'll meet the Mount Vernon Rams batting order here in just a moment. But I think as we see some of the seeds on the East, Richland, of course, hosting the regional as they dip up to 3A this year. And, of course, Salem, the number 1 seed there, so that's big news for the Salem Wildcats as they're a number 1 seed in their regional. We need to get to know the Mount Vernon Rams, courtesy of Central Christian Church.
Jake Pike will lead off playing right field, followed by Landon Thomas in center and Colin Young catching. Colton Meadows at first in the cleanup spot, followed by Trevor Float at second and Matthew Williams at short. Clayton Reeves is in left, Sawyer Harrison at third, Hayden Paniski at DH today. For Brock Fulkerson, who's on the mound for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
For Central Christian Church, where incredible things are happening, look no further than their website. That's thenewcentral.com, where you can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's thenewcentral.com, Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Don't forget, you can stay up to date on the Twitterverse. You can follow us at WMIX Sports. Both starting pitchers in today's game do. We encourage you to do the same. And, of course, we'll get underway here in just a moment. Defensively for the Orphans, Mason McReaken will get the second start this year against the Rams on the Hill. It'll be Drew Shores catching. Trip Kessler, Ryan Shipley, Ryan Miller, Kyle Davis are your infield from first to third, while it's Matt Brashear, Ryan Obermeyer, and Diamond Sykich out in the outfield, left to right for the Orphans. Orphans 10-11, 5-2. The Rams are 23-5 and 7-1, and of course a win today will add a tie to the tie column for the Rams, who would then become, if they win, 24-5-1, and then 8-1-1. In the South 7, and of course you don't want to lose this one today. If you're a competitor, but you hate that tie in the column as well.
You just don't want it. I would think at this point Mount Vernon would rather have that tie and leave it there than have to go back over there tomorrow night and play for an inning or two.
Definitely the lesser of two evils. This first pitch is going to come at about 4:28 to the left-handed Pike. Yeah, it looks like it just misses up and away for ball 1. So Pike gets ahead here, 1 ball, no strikes. Glad to have you with us, courtesy of Committee First Bank of the Heartland. We'll tell you more about them throughout the broadcast as we await. 0-0. Here it comes, low and away, misses outside the Pike off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Or probably not, but we can hear the Rams dugout in the background. On the third base side, for some reason, these two institutions. Actually, no, the Rams are always on the third base side. So Centralia, for some reason, prefers the first base side. As Pike will take one on the hips, and that'll put a runner aboard here. The leadoff runner for the Rams at the top of the first.
Good start. Good start. Take off from Mount Vernon here. Pike gets on base. Now you can do something a little bit as LT at the plate.
See what Thomas can do. Back-to-back left-handers in Tim Holloway's lineup to start it off, followed by Colin Young, the right-hander, here in the top of the first. We're approaching the bottom of the hour. We got started about 2 minutes early. Runner on first, nobody out, top one. Here comes the first pitch outside, catches the corner. Great pitch from McReaken. Good frame there by Drew Shores, and it'll look the pitcher ahead.
Anybody wondering, the infield is pretty good shape, obviously covered by a tarp for the 5 days of rain that we had, not 3 weekends in a row, but 5 days. The outfield is a pick, clean, in place kind of spot with all the mud and water.
0-1 coming. Pushed off the plate outside about belt high to the left-hander Thomas, leaving the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Young to follow here in the first. Rams trying to threaten with a runner aboard. Of course, Pike took one on the hip. We'll see what happens here in the top half of the first inning. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton back at our Mountford studio as they check on the runner Pike, and he's back with a head-first dive. An hour and 24 minutes back on April the 16th. Of course, you're not going to see that probably today. Stranger things have happened, I suppose, as the 1-1 comes, and that, so close to us, wasn't going to come near us, though, if it got over. As it is 1-2 now to Thomas.
Colin Young gets the foul ball, drops it, picks it up, a little hot for him.
Good now. He's focused, though.
Yeah, he heard it.
They all hear us. They hear us.
It's just they don't acknowledge sometimes.
They're better off that way. Yeah. Runner on first, nobody out, top one. Landed Thomas at the plate, paddling Mason McReaken, the right-hander. Out of the stretch, he'll fire. It's going to be pushed off at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spongy outfield. No way. High fly balls that get dropped are going to hit the stick. Balls in the gap are going to scoot if they hit the right spot. If not, they're going to plug. It's a very spongy outfield at the time I walked around before the game.
Small lead off of first base for the right fielder, Pike. Here comes the pitch to the center fielder. Thomas will take it high, and the count's worked full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on and nobody out if you're just joining us here in the top half of the first inning. Speedy First Bank has 5 Jefferson County locations. That's more than anyone else. Check them out at Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and INEX, Speedy First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. So 1 on and nobody out for the Rams. Make or break time for LT. Here comes the pitch on the way. This one's going to be pushed into right. So Sykich will get underneath it to make the play, and there will be your first down.
Got his hands through, caught it on the trademark of the bat. Didn't quite catch it on the meat part of the stick, and then it was a harmless fly ball out of the right field.
Well, pulled it in the right field, and of course that'll be your first down. We'll bring in Colin Young with a runner on and 1 out here in the top of the first. Still no score if you're just joining us. Here, Centralia in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mountford, or schedule your service appointments online at FordSquare.com. So 1 on, 1 out here in the first. McReaken gets set. Out of the stretch, comes inside, and looked like it might have gotten Young. He says it got him on the elbow. They say no.
Nope. Don't think it got him. I don't believe it got him. Nope. You can ask, but I don't believe it got him. I didn't see it.
I thought I heard something, but maybe not. Either way,
there's no telling now.
Yeah, no kidding. 1 ball, no strikes is the unofficial count at the moment. We'll wait to see what happens. They're going to say it didn't hit him.
I didn't think it hit him.
Colin and Coach Holloway will say otherwise, and I guess we'll go back to the action with 1 on and 1 out. Here in the top of the first, no score from Sprehe Field in Centralia. Of course, we told you about the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. We'll get you some scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon as well as we try to remember what is going on and what isn't today in the world of high school sports. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out as they check on the runner at first base.
Pike has definitely got McReaken's attention right out of the gate. He's paying a lot more attention to Pike than probably what he needs to at this point.
See what Young's able to do with the runner on. Righty versus righty matchup. The senior catcher against Mason McReaken takes inside a fastball, 2-0.
Late jumping around a little bit on McReaken. Again, in a game like this, we talked about this before, anytime these two teams play in anything from baseball to checkers, you got to control your energy.
2 balls, no strikes with the runner aboard here in the first. Here comes. That's going to be across the plate, a little low, but still good enough for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Ooh, pitcher's pitch, pitcher's count there.
Good times. You can follow us on Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. YouTube channel with all of our archived broadcasts. If you missed Saturday Sports Show on Saturday, you can find it at WMIXSports.com. 2 balls, 1 strike as they checked on the runner at first. Nothing doing over there for Jake Pike. His lead, it grows ever so slightly each time down. Now they're going to check on him again, and nothing.
Yeah, that's 7 or 8 throws at first already. A lot of concern over there as Pike is causing McReaken some worrying issues.
Of course, 2 balls and a strike, 1 on and 1 out in the top of the scoreless first inning. McReaken gets set. Here it comes. Going to be fouled off to the JV field. and the count will even at 2. If you're listening on WMIXsports.com, you're kind of confused. Why do both leagues have baseball? Well, Lady Rams softball and Annie softball, of course, was washed today. They will make it up Saturday at 10, followed by the Lady Rams in Highland at noon, and then Centralia in Highland at 2 o'clock. So there you go. That'll all be there at the Rotary Park. 2-2 coming. It's going to be high. The runner's going, and that'll be a stolen base for Pike.
That would have been a great pitch to try to throw Pike out on if you're the catcher. Catcher kind of flinched. Not a word said by the infielders until it was too late.
Of course, if you're on the Twitterverse today and you saw all the tweets going out about what was where, this, that, and the other, of course, you'll know that Lady Rams softball is now tomorrow against Alsop. Not Thursday, not at 6, but it's now 4:30 tomorrow afternoon on the road at Alsop as they try to make up that conference game from back in April. Young will foul up another into the Navy field. That one just misses water.
This is a day where sports goods stores are going, yeah, because you can have about 3 or 4 dozen baseballs out here today to use.
Do not envy the mom of the child who goes to get those.
I got something to say about these all-white uniforms here in a second. Moms will understand. I guarantee they're listening.
Full count. They're going to check on the runner at second, and barely back is Pike.
The thing about all-white uniforms, you get two-tone looks after a while. You get your off-white and your white look. Right? See, I got one over there that agrees with me.
Yeah, she was dangerous.
Look at the two-tone look. That's the problem.
Full count. Here it comes. Looks dingy after a while as Young's going to power one into center. We'll see if it's deep enough as Overmeyer will come away with the grab. Pike going to tag and test the arm. Could be a runner on third with 2 out on the sac fly by Colin Young.
Yep. Had to take that chance because you can see the way Overmeyer went back to that fly ball. He didn't really set himself to come forward. He was worried about just making the catch, and at that point, Pike can read that, and he can see that Overmeyer is sitting back there stopping and then having his turn to throw, and at that point, it was a base to take for Pike.
Of course, we'll meet the Centralia Orphans batting order in the home half of the first inning. Right now in the top half, 2 outs and the runner on third for the Rams. And that'll bring in Colton Nutter, who's carried a hot bat all year long. The right-hander stands in, swings through and misses. And it'll be 0-1 to Colton to start off the at-bat. Rams baseball, meanwhile, will be back on the air. Well, could be tomorrow. Probably more likely Friday, weather permitting, against the Modern Day Knights.
That's a good road trip for us if they're not rain.
This is going to be Tomahawk, left side of the infield. Ooh, picked up by Davis on the run, fires over to first, and 5-3 will retire. The side is the Rams stranded runner in the first. No score. This is Bound for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come see the 2013 Chevy Spark at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. It's just the right amount of small and stylish. It looks awesome, gets great fuel economy, and has lots of safety features like 10 airbags. It's fun to drive and is a safe car with lots of safety features like 10 airbags. You can parallel park the Spark where most cars wouldn't dare. And the Spark starts at just over $12,000. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
5 Houston County branches, a responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. We head to the home half of the first inning. No score. We need to meet the Orphans.
Mason McReaken, Matt Brashear, and Drew Shores are 1-2-3. B.J. Smith, Trip Kessler, and Ryan Miller, 4-5-6. Simon Sosakic, Ryan Shipley, and Kyle Davis. Their lineup for the Orphans here this afternoon.
So, for the Orphans, as you just heard, McReaken, Brashear, Shores to start off in the bottom half of the first. No runs, no hits thus far for the Rams. They did leave a runner on in the top half of the first inning. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. This game live on WMIXsports.com as well as here on AM 940. Well past the bottom of the hour, it's the first pitch of the inning for Fulkerson. It's going to be a strike low to McReaken. So, 0-1 to Mason to start. Fulkerson, your pitcher, caught by Young, the catcher. It's going to be a matter of flow to Williams Harrison from first to third. Reeves, LT, and Pike is your outfield from left to right. Ooh. Nasty stuff from Fulkerson. Swung on a miss by McReaken to fall behind 0-2.
Probably a good follow-up pitcher, especially since McReaken thought the first one was low and then slow one, and he goes back and throws that.
Not too shabby. Here comes another. Same location almost anyway. It's going to be low and away. Good stop by Young. And it's 1-2 here to Mason McReaken. Pitcher Saw him mostly last year in the middle infield. And the year before that, I believe. As we await the 1-2, here it comes. This is going to be a ground ball off the mound. Ooh, just underneath the glove of the shortstop, Williams, and that's going to put a runner aboard for the Orphans.
Hard hit ball. I think McReaken could tell that Fulkerson was going to come fastball. His motion was well out in front of it, hit it right back up the middle, took off the mound, and the glove of Matthew Williams for the first hit of the game.
That'll bring in Matt Brashear with the runner on here in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody out. And no score yet from Sprehe Field in Centralia. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios is driven by King City Chrysler Center. Log on to KingCityChrysler.com to check out all of their Jeep selection. They're your Jeep headquarters in Southern Illinois. Here comes a bunt, drop down off of the mound to the first base side will come the pitcher Fulkerson, fires over to first, and oddly enough, that'll be a 1-3 sacrifice.
You remember the Mount Vernon did a little bit of that in the first game, so Centralia sends it back their way. Bunt sacrifice, runner in scoring position with 1 out. The Rams have their backs against the wall to start with in this first inning.
And that'll bring in Drew Shores with a runner in scoring position. So an RBI chance for the Centralia to get on top here in the bottom half of the first inning. Let's see what the Orphans can do in their all-white uniforms, red lettering, red numerics. White pants, unfortunately, for Mom, as this one's going to be low and away for a ball in the first pitch. Shores gets ahead here. 1 ball, no strikes, with B.J. Smith, the DH on deck. Mom in the skies, but just
aren't much to it yet.
Not a lot of moisture. Here comes the 1-0. That should be tomorrow. It's going to be in the dirt, and by tomorrow, I mean the next day.
Yeah.
I think today's Wednesday, because I kept looking at Lee Bennett funny when he kept saying the weather's supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow, and I'm thinking about severe weather chances, and that'll be Thursday, not tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, as a matter of fact. 2-0 coming. Swung on a miss, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike. Got to talk to Centralia's athletic director before the game. At least the boys' athletic director.
The other one's down there in the corner.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. With his pencil and pad.
Oh, that one. He is the assistant to the super, I understand. As he 2-1, they'll be swung on a miss, make it 2 balls, 3 strikes.
And both positions stay the same. Nothing.
Peanut.
Speaking
of. At least for us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on second, 1 gone here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless game. Fulkerson trying to get the Rams out. Nice pitch. Ooh, beautiful pitch across the inside corner, right about the knees, and that'll be a backward strikeout for number 1.
You know, a backdoor fastball, if there's such a thing. There's a backdoor curveball. That was backdoor fastball because he goes inside fastball, and that Shores was guessing something nasty in a way, something off speed with a wrinkle. And Shores, all he could do is lock up, tip his cap, and go to the dugout.
So that'll bring in Smith. RBI chance for the runner McReaken still on second base, hoping to see his cause help out here. What on earth? That just missed somewhere.
How did that miss?
Okay. Sliced the plate in half. I thought.
I don't know how that missed. Maybe it had too much of a wrinkle on it.
Which we're off to the left. Our vantage point maybe not the greatest as we await the 1-0 with 2 outs and a runner on. As this one is blown away, and it's quickly 2-0 to Smith with Kessler on deck for the Orphans.
Sometimes you throw too fancy of a curveball, and it curves around things, and umpires get missed into believing that it curves around the plate.
2-0 the count with 2 gone. Fulkerson gets sent out of the stretch. And Powers one high and in, and it's a quick 3-0 count here to Smith.
Kind of like last week at school in the cafeteria, mystery.
Yep, mystery lunch. 3-0 the count, runner on second. Here comes Fulkerson's offering, and this one's going to be sharply hit. Ooh, and a good play by Sawyer Harrison. He'll fire across inside, but a heck of a play by Sawyer. Gets the Rams out of the inning. So down go the Orphans in the first. Still no score. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Sprehe Field in Centralia as we head to the top of the second. For the Rams will be Floto, Williams, and Reeves, better known to you as 5, 6, and 7. In Tim Holloway's lineup, 23-5 are the Rams. After today, if they get a win, it would be 24-5-1. as that would erase any chance of having to conclude the suspended game from last Thursday at Alsop. That one ended at 2-2 tie. Heading into the top of the sixth, of course, if the Rams were to lose here, they'd have to go to Belleville tomorrow to finish that out with the Crusaders with the South 7 Conference title on the line. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, of course, Avery Barton back at the Mount Vernon studio, sort of. He's in the alternate studio. Yes, he is. He's in Studio C. Oh, Studio B. No, Studio B is the AM studio. Studio B or C is in things you don't want to see. There we go. So no runs on one hit, runner left on base for the Orphans. No runs, no hits, a runner left on for the Rams. No errors yet. Decent defensive baseball thus far. Unsure of what is going on in Centralia dugout. I think they're waiting on the pitcher, McReaken, because that is the only person who I do not see out there on the diamond. So we'll get underway here with second inning action in just a moment. We'll remind you that we'll look for a Ridley College player of the game. Ridley College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports.
He was on base and was running around there at the end. I don't know if he's tucking something in or checking things out or something was going on, but he will take his warm-ups now before this second inning.
Maybe just a little bit of discomfort. You never know. So he'll get some warm-ups in, and we'll tell you more about the postseason. Of course, the Heron Regional seeds released today, as were all of 3A and 4A baseball and softball. Baseball, meanwhile, at Heron, it'll be the number 1 Mount Vernon Rams, number 2 Centralia Orphans, number 3 Carbondale Terriers, number 4 the Marion Wildcats, number 5 the Heron Tigers. We get dates and times. Tomorrow. How about that?
Same time.
Yeah, about 4 o'clock.
You will enjoy the facility.
I will. You'll be there. Okay. You'll be there. Yeah.
Why would I not be there?
I don't know. You went last time. That's right. I forget assignments. Schedules have changed so much today.
Nope.
I don't know what's what.
I wouldn't have noticed.
Because while I was dealing with one, another one would pop up, and changes would be there. And so I don't know who's where when, but my goodness, we'll get it figured out. As Floto will lead off the inning, the right-hander stands in. The senior second baseman takes a strike on the inside corner. And nothing to want to see Floto started off.
The way schedules are changing, I didn't know if I had to show up for work tomorrow or not. It was crazy for a while.
I don't know. Hey, tomorrow could be fun. As the 0-1, we hope it doesn't come, and it'll be then foul, pushed over the first base dugout for nothing and 2. But if not, I think that'll work out too. I think it'll be advantageous.
It will be if it would, but we don't want to have to make that trip.
No, we don't.
Nope. We can plan other ways to go over that way.
Yes, we can. No balls, 2 strikes. Floto leads it off. He'll wave and miss the ball high. For the first down of the inning, the first strikeout today for Mason McReaken. Look at the softball here. We'll get it pulled off. Of course, softball canceled today, or postponed, as they say.
Well, the JV field was underwater Sunday, so.
Yeah. Well, then they pumped it off and actually pumped it onto the varsity field. They had a crew come in from out of town. Of course, it'll be a first pitch strike on the outside corner of the right-hander, Williams, about belt. Nothing to want.
Explain that to me again.
They were working on the field.
Varsity or JV?
The JV.
Okay.
A crew from out of town to try to level it off, as I understand it. It's going to be sent to the right side of the infield, picked up by Shipley, and he'll rush and throw to first base. I think Williams is probably going to be safe anyway.
And the ball got in the dugout, so you should get the dugout. So signal and an error. E4. Be first Mount Vernon hit first error. Okay, so before we go any further, well, I drove by Sunday. The water on the JV field was basically underwater, so they pumped the water from that field onto the varsity field.
I guess they were working on it, and that's the direction the water went. I'm not sure. That's secondhand information, but we know the Centralia Recreation Department does a fine job with their facilities.
I wasn't talking about them. I was just
I know.
To the
yeah, apparently there's some
logistics.
Oh yeah.
What can Brown not do for you?
Of course, we do take a look at the Heron Regional on the softball side. Centralia will not be going to that regional, just the Lady Rams in terms of listeners we may have at this broadcast, as the Annies will actually host their own at Rotary Park. Here comes. First pitch to Reeves is going to miss low and inside for ball 1. At Heron, it'll be number 1 Carbondale, number 2 Heron, number 3 Marion, and number 4 the Lady Rams. While at Centralia, not hard to believe if you remember some of the action this season at Rotary Park, as McReaken will step off the mound and walk Williams back to the second base bag. Mater Dei gets the 1 seed. Centralia the 2, Alney's the 3, Salem the 4, and Masfuda the 5, but that's Centralia Regional. Of course, they've always done a fine job with postseason over there, as Reeves will take a 1-0 pitch, then at left side, popped up. Shortstop, Ryan Miller will get underneath it. There's your second out.
Dead bat, broke him off. That had been a broken bat in the paid league. Heron's facility, you'll be impressed. The softball facilities they have with JV.
Same
with
place,
the
right?
Box, yep. With the tennis courts, with the walking track. I mean, it's unbelievable. Nice day. Now, the grass is a little patchy along the outside fringes, like here between dugouts and the foul lines, but just hope the race works out. Center field's about a stamp away.
As we wait the first pitch to Harrison, he'll take it high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Of course, we told you about our player of the game. Can't do without, of course, our booster sponsors like Second Chance Auto around 142 East in Mount Vernon. Get your credit approved over the phone. Give them a call, 244-4582, and get your credit approved without ever leaving the house. Second Chance Auto around 142 East in Mount Vernon. So 1 ball, no strikes, a runner on, and 2 outs here in the top of the scoreless second inning. Rams trying to get this RBI across the plate. Let's see what Harrison can do as he takes outside 2-0. All right. Of course, no JV game here today.
No. A little much water back out there.
Yeah, a little soggy out there.
Soggy out here at the JV field.
Of course, all dirt infield. As we wait the 2-0, McReaken will fire. This one's going to be snapped off foul. It'll be 2-1.
I mean, the only way you're playing here is because of the tarp.
Yeah.
I mean, if that tarp's not here that was used over the weekend, you're not playing today here either. The outfield's spongy and wet, but did you walk on it? I figured you would. Pick clean in place kind of day on the PGA.
2 balls, 1 strike with 2 gone. Runner on second, here comes. It's going to miss up and in. Or did it not?
Nope. Nothing. It was out of zone. That was an easy call.
Oh, it wasn't. All righty. Guess not. There you go on my face. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Harrison stands back in. Here it comes.
It was.
Oh, we were right.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it. Well, now we know, though.
Trust ourselves. That answers that question.
So they'll put 2 on now. After the 2-out walk to Sawyer Harrison brings in Nate Peninsky.
Nice little crowd that's sauntered in here and behind us, too.
There's quite a few folks taking this one in. Glad to have you with us. Of course, we're in the WMIX Sports Studios. We'll tell you more about that throughout the afternoon as we await a pitch across the plate to Peninsky for an 0-1. I don't have anything coming in from anywhere.
No, there's not going to be much today. I mean, it wasn't dry enough yesterday to get anything going. Matthew Williams needs to get a nice secondary out there and be ready to go.
2 on and 2 out, top of the second, no score. It's going to be well high to Peninsky. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glad to have you with us, courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Find out more at comfirstbank.net as well as residential loan and commercial loan information. Of course, equal housing lender, Community First Bank. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs and 2 aboard here, top of the second. Peninsky will swing through the 1-1 and fall behind 1-2.
Grooved one. Hay's been hot lately. That's one there he'd like to have back.
I think you would. He may get it back. We'll see what happens here on the 1-2. Peninsky behind. In the count to the pitcher, McReaken. Started the game back on April the 16th. And just did not get any offensive support as the 1-2. We give a lot of credit in that game to Brock Fulkerson, who went the distance on the complete game shutout. 2-2 now as that misses high to Peninsky. With 2 on and 2 outs here in the second. Oddly enough, no score from Centralia, just as we kind of expected it would go. Sun peering out from behind the clouds to our west. It would be over our right shoulder. 2-2 coming, sails high, full count.
Hey, runners will leave on the pitch. Gap one here, get a lead. But you're in that base runner today on this slick, wet, soft, spongy track in the outfield. You are the aggressor today. You are taking bases you don't normally take because of the condition.
Wow. Got a baseball update here in a second. As the full count pitch will miss low, and that'll walk the bases loaded with 2 outs. So Rams go back to the top of the order with Jake Pike. Back-to-back walks could come back to haunt the Orphans here.
I'll hold this all in suspense here.
Well, Vianney High leads Triad in the top of the 6, 2-0. Vianney's a good baseball school.
Altamont and Windsor softball tied at 0 after 4.
T-Town leads somebody 3-0. I couldn't tell if that's baseball or softball. Madison's one of those names that's unisex.
T-Town was playing Benton today. Belleville West up 4-0 on Belleville East in the first.
Of course, they're getting ready for the city series on both sides of the gender up there in Effingham. St. Anthony and Effingham will battle in a 3-game series, I believe, in both baseball and softball. How is that relevant to this score update? It really isn't. But Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, brings it to you anyway. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Of course, there's always the option of finding Tony in his office, corner 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, and get to a better state. About 7 minutes shy of the top of the 5 o'clock hour. So glad to have you here on WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as the lefty Pike will stand in against the pitcher McReaken. Bases, just 2 outs, and he is going to rip one deep in the left center field. On the run is Brashear and Obermeyer. That one's going to get back. That should clear the bases. They will all come around to score. Pike is going to be held up at second with a 3 RBI double. Wow.
Got it, didn't he? Drove that pitch on the corner and drove it as far as he could to left field without putting it over the fence, and it's a 3 RBI double for Mr. Pike.
Not bad.
First pitch swinging, buddy.
Have at it. He knew what he was going to get. That's right. Capped it out there. So the Rams will take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second. 2 outs, and that's where they've done their best hitting, believe it or not, most of the season. Is with 2 outs, they've found a way to score runs. 3-0 is your score. Rams lead the Orphans here on the road. 2 outs with the runner on second. Now, Solom's trying to go shopping in the same place. Obermeyer on the run will make a nice grab. Foot looks like he got tangled up. He'll come away with the catch. And that'll do it for the Rams through 1.5. Mount Vernon on top, 3-0. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon would like to announce the grand opening of a custom compounding lab located right next door. What is compounding, you ask? Well, quite simply, it's working with your doctor to solve problems. Have you ever had an infant who couldn't keep antibiotics down? Compounding is formulating that drug into a suppository. Problem solved. Have you ever been nauseous and unable to take tablets? We can compound that anti-nausea drug into a cream you simply apply to the skin. Problem solved. Worried about side effects or risks associated with oral pain medication or hormone therapy? We can compound pain medications or hormone meds into a topical cream that will avoid most, if not all, of the risks and side effects. Problem solved. These are just a small sampling of our ability to better serve our patients. It's another way we at the Medicine Shop stand out from the competition. Give the staff at the Medicine Shop a call today.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Sprehe Field in Centralia. We head to the home half of the second. For the Orphans, will be 5, 6, and 7. With Tripp Kessler, Ryan Miller, and Diamond Sankich for the Orphans, who now trail 3-0 on a bases-clearing double by Jake Pike with 2 outs. Not a bad job at the plate by Pike today. As Kessler will swing and miss the first pitch from Fulkerson. Falling behind 0-1, but Pike came up right time. Nailed the first pitch fastball, just past the left and center fielders out there in left center.
It was just past, all right, about left apart. It was just past about all kinds of fielders.
Of course, the mystery remains to me as to the exact dimensions at Sprehe Field. I've never, ever known. Keep saying I will be determined to someday find out. Quickly 0-2 to Kessler, and it's a little bit more sidearm motion there from Fulkerson. This is a waste pitch outside, 1-2.
Left-hander up. You can't drop down. It won't affect them.
1-2 coming. Pushed off the plate outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kind of like Brock is tinkering right now. I just feel like he's got his position today.
2-2. Oh, he's up and away, and the count's full.
He's got that look like he's just kind of messing around here a little bit, getting ready to get in that groove of moving around the ball in the zone where he wants.
Pitch on the way. It's going to be lined toward the second base side. Loda takes off a hop, fires over to first, and 4-3 is your first out.
That was a big swing, big sound. Helped trademark, didn't go far out there in the outfield. Hit that nice soft grass and died out.
Of course, if you're tied to big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. 51st Bank is at home, and Dixon and Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. So, right-hander Ryan Miller will stand in the shortstop. With 1 out, nobody on here in the second. His Orphans trailing 3-0. A great first pitch strike across the inside corner for Brock Fulkerson.
Snap that tennis ball can off.
Here he goes with 1-1. He'll wind and fire, pitch in round, and that's going to be a hard hit ground ball just past Williams up the middle. He wasn't going to have much of a shot at it. Made it look closer than what it was.
Playing over to the left side, more toward the hole. Just 2 fastballs taken back up the middle by Orphans hitters today for base hits.
A softball score.
Okay.
After 2, the Rangerettes lead somebody 5-1. I guess if I'd look at the WMIX Sports scoreboard or calendar today, I would know. Did not get a chance, believe it or not, as it'll be a pitch across the inside corner through number 15, Diamond Sankich. And it's 0-1 with a runner aboard, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Centralia trails Mount Vernon 3-0 in a crucial South 7 Conference matchup. Fulkerson looks over his shoulder out of the stretch. He'll come and fires one past Sankich. It's 0-2. trying to remember. I need to go back and look. Facebook not working too well for me with my lack of data.
It's tough to work right now. 3G is a bog.
And not Wade, and not singular. Is this going to... Fulkerson's going to check on the runner over first, and back with the head first time was Ryan Miller. Didn't you see Ryan Miller this year of Benton?
Yeah, missed twice.
That stinks. 0-2. Fulkerson's going to check on the runner at first. Nothing doing over there. Back on the air, as far as we know, not until Friday, as Rams baseball will head to Mater Dei for a Friday night game. Here comes the 0-2. Check swing. Did he check it up? Not in time. And that'll be the second strikeout today for Fulkerson.
That's those fastballs up in your eyeballs that look so good up there, but your bat can't catch up to them.
That'll bring in Ryan Shipley with 2 outs and a runner aboard here in the bottom half of the second. 3-0 ball game. Rams on top. Fulkerson trying to keep it that way. Out of the stretch, he'll fire. Here it comes. Up and away for ball 1. A little high that time.
Just a bit, but not by much.
Beautiful backdrop of trees here at Sprehe Field. All around the outfield wall. And pulls a little bit off of that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan Shipley. Of course, Kyle Davis, the third baseman on deck, should this inning continue with 2 outs and a runner on. Bottom of the second, Rams on top 3-0. Fulk winds and fires. Out of the stretch, oddly enough, not possible. 1-2.
Your spine is a miracle.
Be curious to see what he comes back with there. Shipley is late on that one. Do you slow it down for him, or do you go up in the zone and make him chase?
Here we go, high fastball. Here comes the 1-2. No, lowers it a bit. He popped up to the right side of the infield, and this will be a fly out to second base. Ha-ha, he. So there go the Orphans. We're through 2 with 3-0 Rams. This is Now the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conrarty to their medical staff. Dr. Conrarty specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conrarty will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conrarty, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Effingham, Terre Haute, and online at WMIXsports.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And we head to the top of the third at Sprehe Field in Centralia. 3, 4, and 5 go up for the Rams, who took a 3-0 lead on the 3 RBI double by Jake Pike back in the second. It'll be up to 3, 4, and 5. Colin Young, Colton Metter, and Trevor Flota. As the first pitch from Mason McReaken will miss low and away. 4-1-0. There we go. Oh, I knew coming into that was going to be an issue. All those days. See what happens on the 1-0 out of the windup. Here it comes. The right-hander is going to miss low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. You're on a good eye by Young. There's Staley of Petty Financial, another of our fine sponsors. We'll say about her in just a moment. As we await the 2-0 with Young leading us off here in the third, it's going to dip low. Should be 3-0. We don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your Country Financial rep in Mount Vernon. Sarah Staley, 3-0. Going to lay off, crosses the plate for the obligatory 3-1.
Hey, guess what? The Canadians and Senators haven't started fighting yet.
Oh, that's got to be a record.
Still early. Yeah, it's got to be a record already. Only 5 o'clock.
3-1 coming. That's going to catch the outside corner. The count will be full. Of course, Alexi Yash should know where to be found there.
Huh. There were several of them gone early the other night.
Patrick Waugh. Wrong.
Well, here's the problem now. Colin Young's the catcher, and he took off to first and got called strike 2, and now he's got to behave because he's going to want his pitcher to get called later.
See what happens on the full count to lead it off for Young. McReaken gets set, he'll fire. Going to come inside, and this will be a walk. So lead-off walk. See if this haunts the Orphans here in the third.
Don't tell anybody, but that was the same pitch.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but don't tell anybody.
As you guessed it, Tyler Ellis will be your courtesy runner for the catcher Young. may not have been guessing because you didn't see the courtesy runner coming in, but be that as
boy, if you could, we got a story. If you were listening to us and could see it on the radio.
Hey, you never know. We pulled that off a time or two.
Yeah.
Runner on and nobody out here in the top of the third. Pitch on the way is going to sail well high to the tall Metter. Gets ahead here, 1 ball, no strikes.
This is one of those games where you get the feeling Mount Vernon's got a crooked 3 on the board already. If you get a big crooked number here, along with the next inning, or at least 1 to 2, you can put Mount Vernon away, or Centralia away.
Of course, Rams playing for a trip not to Alta.
Yeah, that should be incentive enough not to have to get on the cheese and ride for an hour.
Of course, we like going there. Beautiful
Frank Scott Parkway says, ugh.
Amen. Here it comes. That's going to get away. The runner Ellis will head to second base. That puts the runner in scoring position. In a 2-0 count for 12 Metter with Trevor Floda on deck. Of course, we get some scores a little bit later on. I'll remind you about Second Chance Auto, where you can get your credit approved over the phone without even leaving your house. Pick up the phone and dial 244-4582. No fancy sales gimmicks. Just honest deals at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. So I've been watching a lot of hockey lately, and I'll tell you why in just a second. As the 2-0 comes, that's going to catch. That's going to be 2-1. It's like mispronouncing a lot of O's and AU's. Adding emphasis.
Yeah, the Rams on defense.
Yeah. That's how you know I've been watching the hockey.
Yeah.
Or hockey. Hockey. I don't remember. 2-1. Doesn't matter. It's going to be fouled off 2-2.
That was a big swing by Colton Metter. That was huge. Hey, it's Trevor Floda getting a foul ball. He heard us, I could tell.
Maybe.
Seniors on their last day of school tomorrow, from what I've been reading.
I believe so. Well, my assistant tells me anyway. The 2-2 coming. Going to be popped. Oh, popped up right on the top of it. That's no fun. We'll get one eventually. Ooh, I got the potential out hand. That's not good for the shingles.
No.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's darkening up over there down the right field line, but I don't think anything's coming this way.
Sun's bearing down on us, however, which reminds me. 2-2 the count, and that one is going to be intentionally thrown into center field.
Yeah, I think seen that play a time or two.
Normally you don't throw it.
Right. Normally you don't mean to do it, but they did.
So, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it again to Colton Metter with a runner on second. Nobody out at the top of the third. Rams clinging to a 3-0 lead over the Orphans. We'll tell you about All-Stars and Stitches here in just a moment.
Right down in the woodlawn there. You're getting a little rain,
a little moisture. Yeah. 2-2 coming. Oh, waved at and missed. First base is open on the drop third. Strike, they'll fire it down there. And that'll retire Metter, and that'll be the second strikeout today for Mason McReaken.
Good comeback by McReaken. The bottom part of the order can put some runs together again like they did in the last inning.
Of course, as I look for our sign, because I forgot where I put it, I do see Wiley's sign, and All-Stars and Stitches did a great job on both of them. All-Stars and Stitches, banners, plaques, signs, screen printing, you name it, they can print it. Actually, if you put a logo on it, they can probably print it. See, Big Dave and the crew at All-Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High Schooler. Call 435-5555. That, of course, is a 618 area code. It's going to be a 1-0 count here to T-Flow. Oh, with 1 out and a great lead off the second for Ellis. This one's going to be ripped to the shortstop. Ellis is going to decide to go to third, and that'll be... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ellis actually slid through a tag, and that actually probably could have been safe.
Probably not.
Actually, Ellis was safe, but it's called out, and that'll be your second out.
Yeah, slid around and under the tag. That was one of those where the ball beat him there. But again, the other thing to look at, too, ground ball to shortstop, the ball in front of him, Ellis probably should have stayed home where it was. That's one of those deals. Even though he did slide around the base, the other thing is the ball beat him there. That's going to get called more times than not.
So a 6'5" fielder's choice. That'll leave Trevor Floda aboard first, where they promptly check on him, trying to keep him honest, I presume, with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the third. They'll check again, even with a marginal lead, not going to pull any punches or take any chances. Here in the third inning, Rams on top 3-0. South 7 Conference title for the Orphans is at stake. See where it goes, and this one's going to be ripped by Williams up the middle. Floda is going to turn through the second base bag and hold up, and that'll be a 2-out single for Williams.
Back through the box. Mr. Williams has 2 singles today, 2 for 2. Compact swing, taking it right back up the middle.
Of course, with 5 locations, the Mount Vernon Dixon and Woodlawn, Community First Bank is proud to be the official voice of Rams Athletics here on your radio. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC, as we're 8 minutes past the 5 o'clock hour, 40 minutes into this one.
behind pace from the first game.
As this one's going to be ripped to the third base bag, all Davis has to do is step on it. So 5 unassisted. Well, the Rams thread as they strand a pair here in the third. Through 2.5, it's 3-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How do the best continue to get better? Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. We're no different than any team. When you're at the top of your game, the best wants to play for you. That's why, with the addition of our new shop foreman and the rest of our body shop crew, Landers now has a combined experience of over 70 years in dealing with the best parts and repair finishes on the market. This means when you walk into Landers, you can breathe a little easier knowing that your vehicle will receive the best quality repair by the best certified technicians within a reasonable amount of time. Again and again, we work directly with most insurance companies and have loaners and rental vehicles on site for your convenience. We're proud to not only be the standard, but to keep raising the bar in collision repair. Come meet the staff, take a tour of our facilities, and get to know the Landers crew that Landers Collision has so proudly acquired. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Give us a call, 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Sprehe Field in Centralia, as we head to the bottom of the third. Here are the details thus far for the Rams. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. For the Orphans, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 stranded today for Centralia. Here in the bottom of the third, it'll be 9-1-2 due up. Oddly enough, the number 9 batter wears number 9. As Davis trying to bunt his way on, Kyle Davis, the third baseman, and falls behind 0-1. Also due up in the inning will be the pitcher McReaken and the left fielder Bashir. Shores the catcher, should anybody get aboard here in the orphan half of the third. Rams on top 3-0. Brock Fulkerson's been good again. And he'll fire a fastball past Davis for 0-2.
Brock's trying to make quick work here at the fastball.
Folks looking for his 8th win. Interesting. Here comes, swung on a miss. The catcher Young will have to pick it up and fire down to first base.
Call waiting?
No.
It's experiment over, isn't it?
Oh, no. I'll find out. Can't see the display. No, for sure. But yes, the experiment is over.
I think the experiment better be over the way.
Yeah, it was. So we got through 4.5 games without charging the phone.
I'm glad you got that done, because that was the you need to stop.
Yeah, that was the better hurry up. Here comes another right-hander. It's going to be McReaken. Ground ball to the shortstop. Williams will pick it up, fire across. Good grab by Metter.
Yeah, baby. A little easy. A little quick inning here for Brock would help measurably.
So 4.5 games without the cell phone charge. Not bad. So now we'll start it over, and then next time we have a game, we'll do it all over again. That's not bad. Of course, once you get through the first half of the battery, second half goes pretty quickly. The things we experiment.
Try that with a smartphone to make games you can end.
Answer will be 2 innings, as the first pitch is going to be swung and a miss by Bashir, 0-1. 2 outs, nobody aboard here in the Orphans half of the third on the road at Centralia. 3-0 Ram lead. A little bit pulled off of that one, trying to get Bashir to chase the curveball. Does not. It misses low, 1-1. Look for some scoreboard updates here in just a moment, as the 1-1 will be fouled back to the fence here, just in front of us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last check, Vianney out of St. Louis led Triad 2-0 in the 6th. One of the many scores we're keeping an eye on today. Vianney, a great baseball program there in Missouri. As this is going to be popped up. Actually, be more of a fly out if Tom's retrieve it. Backpedals to make the grab. So 1, 2, 3 in order go to the Orphans here in the third. Through 3, still 3-0 Rams. This is Confident Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, I'm Bria Ashby with Community First Bank. It's always my goal to make the transition to Community First Bank as easy as possible for our customers. Our handy switch kit helps in doing just that. Whether it's direct deposit, auto transfers, or online banking, I'm here to help. Come see me at our 42nd Street location to open your account today, and let me remind you how banking should be. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Sprehe Field in Centralia as we head to the top of the fourth with the Rams leading the Orphans 3-0. It'll be Sawyer Harrison, Hayden Panensky, and Jake Pike to up for Tim Holloway's lineup as we head to this top half of the fourth inning. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Avery Barton is back at our Mount Vernon studio. We'll get you some scores here again in just a moment as the first pitch to Harrison's going to rock it inside. Wow, okay.
It was.
Oh, it was well off the plate.
Oh, okay.
For nothing in one.
Supper time plate.
So no balls and a strike to Harrison as he leads us off and takes another inside. It'll leave up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun is definitely out now. Making phone screen reading almost an impossibility. The 1-1 in the right center field. Sagic will give it a chase and track it down in front of the scoreboard in front of the right field fence, and that'll be your first down.
Hit hard, hit a long way, just lazy fly out.
High school softball, Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Sandoval leads Weber at the top of the fourth by a score of 8-5. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilson, State Farm Insurance, for all of your insurance needs. See Tony in Mount Vernon. Look for him worldwide at TonyWilt.com or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. Like a roaming business card. As the first pitch, Panensky is in there for a strike, 0-1. 3-0 Rams on top. Did all of their damage on a bases-clearing double by Jake Pike with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the second. Should see Pike here in the fourth. Oh, almost have to. Sweaty day here at Old Ballpark. 1-1 Kelvin is going to catch the inside corner to Hayden. Nice pitch. 1-2. Great pitch by McReaken.
More of a regular curveball there that time.
1-2 coming inside. Had to get out of the way to swing at it, and that'll be the third strikeout today for Mason.
Another wrinkle. That ball darted in, as you said, on Panensky's hands, and he kind of took a self-defense swing than anything else.
We'll look for Ridley College player of the game. At Ridley College, you get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. It's the first pitch to Pike, misses outside for a ball. So 1-0 to the junior right fielder. Here it comes, and this one's going to be ranked foul down the first base line. And it'll even up here to Jake. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody aboard. It's a 3-0 ball game if you're just joining us here in the top half of the fourth inning. Presented by Xfinity First Bank of the Heartland. See Joanne Joy for a residential loan at ComFirst. And Brad FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Hard hit to Ryan Shipley over at second base. He'll pick it up and fire across. 4-3 over tie the side. Down go the Rams in order here in the fourth through 3.5. Still 3-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I always thought I knew the reasons why we chose the Medicine Shop here in Mount Vernon as our pharmacy. I mean, they're always so friendly and helpful, and the Medicine Shop is a full-service pharmacy. Then last week I'm talking to my sister and discovered the Medicine Shop offers complete compounding services, just like in the old days when pharmacists took the time to make unique prescriptions just for you. Compounding made it possible for my sister to get her hormone replacement product made right here, and I was able to get a topical cream for pain-filled as well. We were so glad we could get our compounded medications locally and talk face-to-face with a pharmacist. He told us that he works directly with our doctor to make sure we get just the right product for our needs. And the Medicine Shop can compound prescriptions in various forms: capsules, lozenges, creams, even flavored lollipops. Just when I thought I knew all the reasons why we chose the Medicine Shop, I found one more. Give pharmacist Eric Black a call today in Mount Vernon at 618-242-8776.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Online at FordSquare.com, where you can catch all of their selection online. Online or in person, Ford Square drives WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Bottom of the fourth we go. And before I can get the names out, Drew Shores will send one into left field, just past the diving Sawyer Harrison for a leadoff single. B.J. Smith and Trip Kessler to follow for the Orphans here in the home half of the fourth, a 3-0 ballgame.
Designated runner, courtesy runner, will go here. We'll see who it is. 28.
2 options. That'll be Carey.
Yep.
Unfortunately, do not have first names. One of the younger Orphans. Do not see him on the varsity roster from a year ago. From the website. Yeah, we'll figure it out. 3-0 ball game here at the bottom half of the fourth. One on and nobody out for the DH Smith. Here comes Fulkerson's offering. Going to slip outside. Just misses the corner off the plate. 1-0. Take care of that. One of those. These. And 3 of those. So Fulkerson will get set. The 1-0 coming. Going to have the bottom fall out of it. That's a good eye by Smith to lay off. Look,
snap that one off. You got to be careful here. At 3-0 seems like a big lead, but realistically it's not much with the tying run on deck. Have to be careful.
2-0 the count. Nobody out, 1 on. This one's going to be ripped foul down the left field line. And Smith turned on that. Gets his first strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, I told you about that. Never mind. Of course, we have our seeds, of course, for the 2 regionals. All 3A and 4A now. The Rams are 1 seed in the Heron Baseball Regional. Centralia the 2, so this could be a foreshadowing some things to come in the postseason. As the 2-1 will be in the dirt, it's 3-1 to Smith. Of course, Carbondale at 3 seed may have something to say, as with number 4 Marion and number 5 Heron. Have that Heron Regional, which will get underway starting Monday, May the 20th.
You got to play teams 3 times. It makes a difference.
Yes, it does. And the 3-1 will miss low and away, puts 2 aboard. So leadoff single and then a walk. Give the Orphans a chance to tie it up here in the 4th as the tying run Kessler approaches the plate. 4-3 ground out his last time up.
One of those deals in that regional, like I said, when you got to play teams 2 and 3 and maybe 4 times, makes a big difference.
Of course, that Heron Regional on the girls' side is just a 4-team affair. You get rid of the Annies of Centralia, who probably would have been the 1 seed. As we'll look the runner back to second base. First and second are your runners. Nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. Orphans trail 3-0. Fulkerson needs some pitches here to get himself out of the jam. Trip Kessler stands in. Pitch on the way. It's going to be a strike across the plate for 0-1 to the left-hander. Nothing in 1 the count here to Kessler. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 4th. Orphans trying to tie this one up, maybe do some damage. So this is going to be a ground ball to second. Can the Rams turn 2? A nice scoop over to short. And Williams will not have a play at first base.
Low throw at second. Matthew had to take care of that. First out of the inning to second. Goes first and third now in the 4-6 fielder's choice.
So still a double play chance here for the Rams, but the first Orphan run stands on third base 90 feet away, and that'll bring in Ryan Miller, who singled his last time up. It was a 1-out jobber back in the second inning. The Orphans, of course, have stranded a pair of runners today. Went in regulation back in the 3rd, but are now threatening here in the 4th. Rams on top 3-0. Fulkerson looks in at the batter Ryan Miller with runners at the corners. Pitch is on the way, and that's going to scoot outside on a good stop by Colin Young. It's 1-0. Ooh, a breeze. That feels good.
Well, sun behind a cloud again. Not for long, though.
Good times. As we near the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour, probably not going to have another hour and 24-minute affair here. Bottom of the 4th, Orphans are threatening. 1-0 is the count on the batter, Miller. Here comes. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He'll going to try to mess with the runner at third base. He'll fire home. Young has it, looking to throw back to third base. Now they have 2
back and both. They didn't get anybody.
They did not get anybody. They're not going to fire down to second base. Rams are not going to... And I don't understand why you don't look the runner back to third and fire to first and try to get 1 out. They tried to play cat and mouse with the runner on third.
It'll go to the fielder's choice. As a pitcher, you get him back to the bag. If you got him stopped, his momentum stopped, you have the out at first. Then you can get the out, and then second and third with 2 outs. Now what you've done, because you can't get anybody, his base is loaded and 1 out. And it's a mental error, and it happens at any level, and just happened here.
Of course, at the same time, what you have happen is brilliant base running off of second base by, I believe, Kessler, who goes all the way down to third base but doesn't step on the bag. So therefore, he doesn't shaft the runner off at third base into an out, and smartly gets back to second base when they don't make the throw.
Well, and that's, heads up on Centralia's part. I mean, he was trying to get to third because he thought that runner was going to be out. Then he gets there and didn't get there because had they tagged him, he would have been out. The runner goes from second to third. He doesn't go there. He runs back to second, and the runner who was halfway to second goes back to first. That's one of those mental miscues.
Well, it is. The Diamond Psychics looking to make everybody pay. Bases are loaded, only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. Orphans trail 3-0, and we'll see if that changes here after this at bat. Tim Holloway, of course, out to talk about with his pitcher in his infield. Breaking the action powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon. Stop by the locally owned Medicine Shop where customer service is their top priority. It's all at 2339 Broadway. So everybody will leave the area, and I think you just kind of talk the composure back into your players here is all you do.
Nothing you can do now. Triad did beat Vianney 3-2.
Really? They came back to win.
Yeah.
Incredible. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilkes State Farm. I'll tell you about him more. See what happens here. The bases loaded, one out. Sign gets struck out his last time up. 3-0 ball game. It'll be a first pitch strike across the outside corner for 0-1. Tony Wilkes, of course, located at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. We'll be glad to help your family with all their insurance needs. You can also find them online at TonyWilkes.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. Big win for the Triad Knights. Probably headed to great things again in 2013. The 0-1 will be sent into center. Good job there by Landon Thomas to make the grab. One run will score, and that'll be a sac fly RBI.
Yep. F8 gets the out. There's no way to throw anybody out. Throw the ball in the middle of the infield to keep the out at second base.
So it'll be runners at the corners, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. A 3-1 ball game as the Orphans get their first runner. We're bringing Ryan Shipley, who popped out to his counterpart his last time up.
Got to be heads up here for a little chicanery, a little forced balk, a little delayed steal, a little whatever. Now Colin Young will go through that set of signs, delay the infielders, what's going on, what defense they want to set up in this first third situation.
I got to shake things off here with 2 outs and runners at the corners. Tying run on first base for the Orphans. 3-1 ball game. Hope you're enjoying it. Courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. See Debbie and Marion Dix, one of the 5 Jefferson County branches. And welcome back to Personal Banking. Ground ball. It'll be a fair ball down the foul ball down the third base side. First strike, 0-1.
Good play by Harrison to get over there and make sure to get that ball in the foul territory. Didn't let it have a chance to scoot back over and hit the bag or anything else.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 0-1 is the count here to Ryan Shipley. I believe he does. You should too. It's a great follow. Keep up to date with local, regional, state, national sports. 0-1 coming. Good curveball that time. Catches the plate. 0-2. So just like that, the Rams are a strike away from getting out of the inning with 2 outs and runners at the corners. The Orphans threatened with the bases loaded. Got a sac fly RBI sidekick. Let's see what happens on the 0-2. Shipley's going to reach for it. If foul tips, it stays alive. We'll do the 0-2 again.
Fought that one off. Pitcher's pitch. There'll be some movement here, I suspect, from the Orphans first.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners aboard for the Orphans. Their deficit is 2. Here comes the pitch from Fulkerson. It's high. And 1-2.
I think somebody was supposed to leave.
Yep.
Reaction of the third base coach was a reaction of, didn't I just give a sign?
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one is going to be a soft liner just past the glove of Williams. That'll score a run, and it's an RBI single for Shipley to make it 3-2.
Odd hit ball just came in and bounced, got over his head. Came charging in on it, and the overspin got him over the head, and now Centralia cut it to 3-2.
And it'll be runners at first and second. 3-2 ball game, bottom of the 4th inning, a fresh count on Kyle Davis, who stands in. Oh, man. So Fulkerson's going to try to shake it off. Here comes. Throws high inside to the right-hander Davis. Quick 1-0 count. We're on WMIXSports.com. We archive every broadcast, so you'll check out our great assortment of Rams athletics, as well as the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase, as well as special coverage. And this one's going to be ripped through the left side. Let's see what they do with the runner at third. They're going to keep him there on a single to load the bases with 2 outs. Now the Orphans doing some 2-out hitting of their own.
Pitch up in the zone. That's the 5th Orphan hit of the game, and they've got something going here with McReaken up. He'd love to give himself a lead heading into the 5th.
Really help out his own cause here, as Danny just said. Of course, All Stars and Stitches, another of our fine booster sponsors. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches will probably print it for you. Banners, signs, promotional products, apparel, and more. All 435-5555. Bases used, 2 outs here in the 4th. Hung curveball. Left center field. Let's see who makes the grab. Can Landon Thomas get there? He will. So the Rams escape danger here in the 4th. Through 4, however, it's 3-2 Rams on top. This is Mountain Baseball from WMIX Sports.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back. Rams baseball from Sprehe Field. Scary 4th inning for the Rams defensively. Centralia comes back to score 2 to make it a 1-run ball game. Rams on top 3-2 as we head to this top of the 5th inning with Landon Thomas, Colin Young, and Colton Metter. 2, 3, and 4 in the Ram lineup. McReaken back out for another inning. Thomas thought about dropping down a buff. It takes a low and inside for 1-0. The First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX as we near the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour. We'll tell you about that a little bit more here as we get closer to the 5:30 mark. A pitch low that rolls away from the catcher Shores, and it'll be 2-0. Community First Bank has 5 Jefferson County locations and continues to expand. That's why you'll see familiar faces in new places once in a while. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas leads us off here in the top half of the 5th, and I got to count wrong. I got to stop using the scoreboard as a prompter. 2 balls, 1 strike. I'll just continue to look at the book from now on. Thomas gets us started here at top of the 5th. We told you Young and Metter to follow. Rams only lead 3-2 now. Scored 3 back in the second. Have been quiet since. And Thomas looking to change that. Rips the ground ball first base side. Kessler will pick it up and step on the bag for 3 unassisted. Just join us. Details are 3-3. 0-4 for the Rams. That's runs, hits, errors, and left on base. For the Orphans, meanwhile, it's 2-5-1-5, I believe. That's where we've come in this one. Got started about 4:28. We're an hour and 2 into this one on WMIX Mount Vernon. Here comes. First pitch to Young will be inside off of the plate. 1-0, but good. Good pitch.
Got that bat off in his hands. Kind of get a swing in.
Had a phenomenal launch, but it was a long time ago now as we await the 1-0 to Young. Fouled back. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Cafeteria or elsewhere? Who you watch?
Cafeteria today.
That's good Italian.
Well, had a little big muffin at breakfast.
Nice.
Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh, no pot
tomorrow we're getting food paid for.
Nice. 1-1 coming. Swung and missed. 1-2.
A blueberry muffin action. Don't know what they're bringing in tomorrow, but it'll be 8.
Strike me as more as a banana nut.
I'm a blueberry muffin guy. Blueberry muffin.
Fresh blueberries or just the artificially flavored blueberries? I love them better. 1-2 coming, misses high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I like the Jiffy mix.
It was good stuff, and looking forward to tomorrow.
We're seniors' last day in MVTHS is tomorrow, if I understand correctly. The 2-2 coming to Young. Going to miss low, and the count's full again. He walked his last time, had a sac fly. Back in the first.
If you're a McReaken, your team just got you the 2 runs and got you back into this. Don't need to be walking anybody at this point.
So McReaken out of the stretch off of the first base side of the rubber. We'll get set and fire. Here it comes, and that is going to miss high. So a 1-out walk will put Colin Young aboard for Colton Metter.
Tyler Ellis will come running out of the dugout.
There he is. They'll switch the old helmet, and away we go. Rinley College Play of the Game will come your way in our post-game show. Rinley College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Something like that. There it is. So it'll be Colton Metter to stand in. 1 on, 1 out here in the 5th, 3-2 ball game. Swing and miss at the first offering. It'll be 0-1. Struck out his last time up, ground out to third, back in the first. Deeds came out today for 3A and 4A baseball and softball. We'll have the pairings come tomorrow. 0-1 coming to Menor. Bob's is foul. Look out, Wiley. It'll be 0-2 to Menor.
I don't think there'll be any movement here.
Oh, man. 0-2, 1 on, 1 out here in the fifth. Rams trying to get something going. This one will be laced foul down the first base side. Good pick up by Kessler.
Menor spoiled the pitch there. Got caught off balance, and all you can do is slap that bat at the ball. Spoiled his foul. He'll get another shot here.
Let's see. Yeah, pairings come out tomorrow. We'll know the times and dates of postseason action for the bigger schools. 0-2 coming. Drops low and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Colton. With Flota on deck, barring the double play. Should make an appearance here in the top of the fifth. 3-2 ball game. Rams hanging on. Of course, if they win this one, they don't have to play tomorrow. A loss means a trip to Altsoff. Eek. 1-2 coming. Swung on a miss, and that will be strikeout number 4 today for Mason McReaken.
Pretty impressive pitch. Little biter to the outside. Colton even choked up, couldn't catch up with it.
That's all over the place here. Talking now. Can't have any right now, I guess. Amazing peanuts. Salted in shell, no less. As he'll check on the runner at first. Back with a head first dive, of course, is Tyler Ellis running for the catcher, Colin Young. Glad to have you at WMIX, WMIXsports.com. You can follow us on Twitter. You can find our archives at WMIXsports.com, as well as the scoreboard every night when there's local action. As he'll check on Ellis again, but beats it back with a head first dive. Trevor Flota at the plate, 2 outs and 1 on. Here in this top of the fifth inning. Rams need some insurance. They'll check again. Ellis gets back. Of course, Sarah Staley at Country Financial is one of our fine booster sponsors. Tomorrow is the day that anything could happen. When you meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial, you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan to meet your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? As that pitch will get away, and the second will go Tyler Ellis. I believe that's why he took second last time.
Yeah. Now the Rams with opportunity.
RBI chance for T-Flow. 2 outs, gets call. Nice. Interesting stuff on the Twitterverse. Getting a lot of retweets. On the Bo Meyer stuff this morning, oddly enough. 1-0 coming. We send foul, first base side over the dugout, now to play. 1-1 to Flota.
Flota is battling that high outside pitch. I'd like to see him drive that thing in the right center. See if Ellis can get on his horse and score.
1 ball, 1 strike. Orphans trail the Rams here 3-2. South 7 Conference title on the line. So the Rams, they would win it outright with a win today. Orphans still have a couple of more games. So even if the Rams lose, it would not be out of the conference title hunt. They would merely be tied in the loss column with the Orphans. Of course, the Rams would have to play Altsoff. Orphans still have to play Carbondale and Marion yet for a second time as we await the 1-1. They're going to have to get it in quickly. Posted the ball before you know it. He did.
Yes, he did. He moved, flinched, and otherwise, and that was a good call. I thought he balked. And they're going to send the runner back. Ellis thought they called balk. They called time. Trotted in the third. Nice try, though. He did move.
Yeah, he did.
Well before time called.
Well, we'll have to agree to disagree on much today. 1-1 the count with a runner on second and 2 outs here at the top of the fifth. Flota looks in. Here comes the pitch from McReaken, and that's going to scoot outside. It'll be a 2-1 count.
Woodlawn lost to Oakland today in softball 2-1. That game.
That was a timeout before the ball. Why the infield umpire's arms go up before the home plate umpire?
Right. Exactly.
Anyhow, it's more the same.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. I'm over that now.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not. As McReaken looks back at the runner. Ground rule double into a home run. It's going to be a ball outside, 3-1.
Still looking for 5th down, too.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
I know.
Of course you know. Just ask, they'll tell me. 3 balls and a strike with 2 outs with a runner on second. Let's see what McReaken comes with here on Flota. This one is going to be sent toward right.
Oh, just
it will. Right field. Ooh. Come away with a nice grab near the chalk. And that'll do it through 4.5. Still 3-2 Rams. This is Mount Good Baseball from WMIX Sports.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
I'm Jason Lord with a look at your next round weather. We do see clouds give way to some sun, maybe a shower or two for this afternoon. High of 73, showers and spots. Otherwise cloudy tonight, we're down to 50. Sunny skies and warmer for tomorrow. Tomorrow's high right at 80, low 57 for your Wednesday night. Clouds give way to some sun, breezy and warm. There will be a shower or thunderstorm in spots on Thursday. Thursday's high again near 80. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And back to Sprehe Field here off of Country Club Road in Centralia. So glad to have you, Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside as we head to the bottom of the fifth. For the Orphans, should be what, 2, 3, and 4?
Yes, sir.
Look at the disaster. That's the first pitch to Matt Brashear. Will miss low for a ball.
What?
He's had 1-0. What'd I do?
Miss low for a ball?
Thought so. Let's see a strike call. Good. Pitch on the way is going to be low. I did something wrong.
No, that's 1-1. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I just misread the mechanics. This will be a ground ball to third. Harrison will fire over for the first out.
So that first pitch there wasn't a strike, and I need to put those
guys haven't had much of a mechanic for a strike call anyway.
No.
Good times.
Definitely not Midas.
3-2 the count. I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Folks at Ford Square, who drives the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. 3-2 ball game. One out here in the bottom half of the fifth on a pitch that'll miss to Shores. It's 1-0. He singled and scored back in the fourth. For Sports Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, where the best never rests. See them online, sportsquare.com, or look for them on Facebook and Twitter as the 1-0 misses high, 2-0 to Shores. Did that. That's done. Good times. Ground ball, left side. Ooh, Harrison. Nice. Oh, nice Plinko over there from the mitt to the hand, back to the mitt. Makes the transition and the throw. And back-to-back 5-3s are your first and second out.
Soft hands. I mean, the surface is spongy. I mean, the tarp was on the infield, and it's thick grass because you haven't been able to mow it till today. That's going to make a difference. It's a good handle by Sawyer out there at third. Flop that ball around and use those soft hands, keep control, and get the out.
So with the bases empty and 2 outs, B.J. Smith will stand in. Walked his last time.
North pitch well. Going out to the right now.
And the count is 1-0 as you see the American flag and the CHS flag beyond the center field fence. You get the impression there's another one there at one time. 1-0 Calvin. Going to catch the outside for the right-hand Smith. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Maybe a state flag out there. Don't remember when they had the sectional final what they had out there.
I was thinking they had a third.
By State of Illinois?
Yeah, 1-1. But like the pole's gone. It's off the plate. Literally 2-1.
What they say when I leave the room.
Oh, the Polish power, ladies and gentlemen. Also known as the Polish rifle by some attendants. Speaking of which, lost that particular gentleman.
How can you? He's here somewhere.
Wearing a lovely pastel color today. Has a 2-1, turned on and ripped left field side. It's going to be foul.
Feel loud strike.
2-2.
Not much there. That's an old loud strike. Harmless in nature.
Nature of the beast. Where is it? There it is. The Joe David Cummins, Joy and Joy, or Terry Pro sites for a commercial loan at Community First Bank of the Heartland, and welcome back to personal banking, even on the commercial side. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Count First, of course, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. Full count to the batter, Smith. 2 outs, the base is empty in the bottom of the fifth with a 3-2 deficit staring the Orphans in the face, and there's your tying run aboard on a pitch low on the full count.
Yeah, the Rams have only been able to get one, 1-2-3 inning so far in this one.
Of course, scoreboard updated. It appears the Ben Ranger Reds on top of whomever, 9-2 after 6. Get you an opponent on that in just a moment. Facebook's still not working for me. As this is going to be sent in the center. Thomas is shaped towards right center on the run, makes the grab in stride, and that'll do it. The Orphans strand another here in the fifth. Still 3-2 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as we enter the top of the 6th. It's Williams, Reeves, and Harrison due up. 6, 7, and 8 in the Ram lineup, still on top 3-2, as this could be a blooper in a right field. So Tyke on the run, not going to make the grab.
Yep, 3 for 3 today for old Matthew Williams. Fourth hit of the day for the Rams, and Mr. Williams has 3 of them.
So that puts a runner on board, maybe some insurance now for Clayton Reeves, who steps in. Throws the bat back to Sawyer Harrison. Tim Holloway's going to send some signs. We'll see what the Rams do here with nobody out and the runner on.
Have to manufacture a run or two here in the late inning.
Reeves shows bunt, pulls back, pitch drops low and in. It's going to be 1-0.
Question, you button for hit, button for sack. That's the question here. I would say button for sacrifice. And Reeves' speed would take care of the rest on this thick grass here in the infield.
3-2 the score. Rams on top could use some insurance. Reeves is going to drop down the bunt, third base side into foul territory, and it's going to be 1-1.
He was bunting for a hit there, changed his mind. Sacrifice bunt, what you need.
Oh, it's Pinckneyville in Benson. Softball, I knew that. Wow.
Is it at home or is it homer?
I think it's a good question. But the Rangerettes on the top of the Pinckneyville team, Danny, made a nice run over the past couple of days. Of course, they've beaten Nashville twice, beat Goreville by the 10-run rule yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Goreville team that's up and down.
Yeah.
They trailed the Rangerettes 9-2 after 6. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs, see Tony in his office. Look for him on the web at TonyWilton.com. Or find the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state. The 1-1 to Reeves. Pops one foul on the bunt. It's empty, and it's 1-2. Oh, Timmy.
Frustrating. Do it again. Go with 2 strikes, baby. You got to try it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, and nobody out at the top of the 6th. Rams could use some insurance, up 3-2 on the Orphans, who came charging back in the 4th. But like the Rams have been quiet since their offense. 1-2 the count for Reeves. Here comes. He'll check his swing, but it catches the outside corner. And so that'll be strikeout number 5.
Wow.
All right, then.
Supper time.
Yeah, I'm hungry. A little bit. It's spaghetti and meatballs for lunch. But they were delightful. So with a runner on first and 1 out, Harrison will stand in. Here comes the pitch on the way, and it's going to miss just a touch high. Look good, but just a touch high for 1-0.
See what the plan is here. Might be a bump. Might be a little hit and run. Maybe it changes things up here a little bit. But you can get the butt down.
We'll check on the runner at first, who just happens to be Matthew Williams, who led off the inning with a single in the right, a blooper, Texas Laker. Good times. Near the 6 o'clock hour, definitely not going to be an hour and 24 minutes today. 1-0, misses high, 2-0 to Harrison. Fnetsky on deck. At least I think. Can't see the on-deck circle. They have it back behind the fence, more of a protective type thing. Definitely well thought of when they were doing this part.
Birmingham checks in like the reference to the home and homer.
1-1 coming. Inside, 2-1.
I enjoyed that.
I was already 2-0.
Yeah.
What is it now?
I have 2-1.
Okay.
Or 3-0.
Okay.
I had 3-0.
That's what I initially had, but I started to trust other things again, other sources. 3 balls, no strikes, a runner on, 1 out. Here comes. That'll catch the plate. That's actually a good pitch on
That's 3-1. We're with you now. People on my left over here may not be. They look like they're kind of just sleeping. Nope, one's not.
Nope, they're good. They're into it.
Good, they're in.
3-1, here it comes.
Yeah, baby.
With a misses high on a walk to Harrison.
Go high and away. No action in the Orphan pen as McReaken nears 100.
Hey, there he is. Our pastel friend.
There, he's hiding out down there. Told you he was here somewhere.
He dresses well. Know that? I like that pastel.
Yeah, he does. A lot of ham.
Crisp blue waters in the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, there's
beautiful blue. 2 on, 1 out. Check swing from Pitsky. Oh, the pitch that misses up and away. That's 1-0.
And the Coach Kottmeyer is going to come out and check things out here.
So this break in the action will be powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, where customer services are top priority. See them at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and his staff, of course, second-generation owner-operator of the Medicine Shop. They'll talk about it with the infield and the battery. We'll see what happens here. Your batter, of course, Spinensky, ahead in the count 1-0 with
Yo-Yo out over here watching the Yo-Yo master over here.
Nice. He done any tricks?
I don't know if he does any yo-yo tricks or not. I have to ask. We'll get him between innings.
See if he can walk the dogs.
That's what I was wanting to know if he could do.
2 on, 1 out. 1-0 is your count. Let's see what happens. Spinensky will foul this one off into the JV field, 1-1. I think he realizes he had a good pitch there.
Yeah, missed one there. You may get it back, though. Get yourself back in that box and try again.
For Second Chance Auto, one of our mini Rams boosters. We appreciate them like no other. Get your credit approved over the phone at Second Chance without even leaving home. Pick up the phone and dial 244-4582. There's a dog. No fancy sales gimmicks. Just honest deals at Second Chance Auto out 142 East in Mount Vernon. We didn't mean for him to walk the dog literally.
Well, no, I mean, it's kind of rough to do that. It's a rough game to listen to, I'm sure, too.
Can be at times.
Yeah.
Not exactly an award-winning effort today. It's a 1-2 count. That one's going to be ripped deep in the left. Could be trouble, will be trouble. Spinensky blasted to the wall. That could score some more. Harrison had to go back and touch second. It's going to be close to third. Here comes the relay in from, I believe that was Shipley, actually, backing up the shortstop. So what should have probably been a couple across the plate is a deep blast. It's an RBI double for Hey.
Hey, you know what? That ball hit about three-quarters way up the fence out there in left field. And nice to have some insurance runs now.
Of course, nobody's more upset than Harrison out there. Came around awkwardly around the second base bag. Had to go back and touch it, so.
Honesty's the best policy.
Amen. Happens to the pros. Mark McGuire almost missed it.
Yeah, and the thing about it, too, is a couple of mental errors, like you can't get a bunt down, you run a runner back to third, and the Cougar run scored, and you miss a bag. Those little things light up, maybe not today, but later.
As this one's going to be ripped towards right center field off the bat, and Jake Pike comes up big again. This is going to play 2. Pike's around first, headed for second. The Rams are going to add 3 runs here in the inning as Pike shows no signs of stopping. Head first on the dive with a 2 RBI triple, and the Rams lead at 6-2.
Well, he's had a pretty good day. He's only drove in 5 of the 6 runs on that shot out to right center. McReaken is nearing that 100-pitch mark, and I thought when he got past 90, 95 all ago, he started to tire a lot, and now he'll go out of the game here at this point.
Of course, second visit by Coach Kottmeyer. We'll have a new Orphan pitcher. Not a bad effort by Mason McReaken. We'll come back, give you the numbers here in just a moment. 6-2, Rams on top with 1 out and a runner on third. Here in the 6th. We'll take a break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's for good, but not great drivers.
No, Jerry. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving.
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state.
One more reason to call State Farm agent Tony Wilton Mount Vernon at 242-1421.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Sprehe Field. The new Orphan pitcher will be the former left fielder, Matt Bashir. It'll be a left-hander for the Rams to strike, as they have struck definitely here in the sixth. 3 more runs to make it a 6-2 ball game, and still threatening with the runner on third and just 1 out here in the inning.
Pike and Paninsky, the killer P's today for the Rams. Pike has 5 RBIs. Paninsky has the other one, plus a couple runs scored. Hey, look who's coming back here. Mr. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Mr. Buffalo Wild Wings. Only reason I know that is I was there as well.
Good time.
Separate parties.
I've run into some people out there that one of our coaches.
Oh, there's lots of them.
Mr. Fulkerson one time.
Yeah.
Fairly enough. Still, who's going to go into center field? We do have the book, however, thus far on Mason McReaken.
McReaken going out there. McReaken went 5 in the third, 6 hits, 6 runs all earned, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts.
Of course, still a runner on. Book's not officially closed. Still a runner on third base. No pun intended. If there was a pun anywhere in there. Stop. Oh.
Yeah, the
server's heating up.
Yes.
Pulling up the iPad and all the iDevices out here. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup to start, as Thomas will stand in against the new left-handed thrower. It'll be, of course, as we told you, Matt Bashir. It's the first lap on a swing and a miss strike. Rams lead at 6-2 here in the top of the sixth with a runner on third and only 1 out. Let's see if the left-hander changes some things up here for the Orphans. It'll be a pitch across the outside corner, 0-2.
Hey, I thought she wasn't going to look at this at bat. Seeing. Yep, she's watching.
No balls, 2 strikes, Thomas. Ooh, the pitch to the bottom falls out of it, just misses high, and it's 1-2.
You got to watch her at bat, how that wasn't a strike. I don't know. You better not take another one there.
Probably a good idea. Let's see what happens on this next pitch. Ooh, misses high.
No, just high. Landon wants to take this back up the middle. Don't try to pull anything. Don't do anything fancy. Stay on it. Drive it back up the box.
2-2 count, just underneath it into right field. Sikich will come up. Shipley will give chase, and that one is going to be shallow. Pike is going to think better on a good throw by the former quarterback.
Yeah, you're not going to run on that quarterback arm. Absolutely not.
Of course, the final in the Midland Trail Conference tournament. Sandoval defeats Weber Township 20-6. That means Sandoval will take on number 1 Wayne City tomorrow.
Tweet that for me.
Thursday, whatever. What's tomorrow?
You tweet that for me. That'd be great. Tomorrow's Wednesday all day long. Today's Tuesday. Friday's is Burger Day.
Friday's Burger Day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. Good times. Hey, it's Colin Young with 2 outs and a runner on third. Rams on top 6-2 here in the top.
At least that game's in May, not March.
No kidding. Pitch in route. This is high. 1-0. Yeah, I'll tweet it.
Yeah, would you help me? Because that would help me.
Your battery about dead?
No, I mean, I could look at it later. If you have the information, you can do it. I'm saying.
I'm trying. What's Rams multitasker? It's going to be Rich Fowler, the first base dugout for 1-1.
Comes by me professionally.
I remember. 20-6. 1 ball, 1 strike to Young with a runner on third base. It just happens to be Jake Pike with 5 runs batted in today. Not a bad day for Pike. As Young is going to look at curveball in the middle of his counterpart catcher Shores.
That was a nice pitch. Well, all-speed curveball. They'll drop in the zone there. A little fluff.
Chicken pecker here on the keyboard on the iPad. It's already out tip on 1-2.
Colin Metter comes and gets the foul ball. Too far away. So we're not close enough. We were over there where some of our listeners were to the left. We'd be right in the middle of it.
Be in the money.
Yeah.
I remember who played. I just said them too. 1-2 coming. Going to be sent into right center. Could be trouble, but maybe not. On the run, Sikich will make the grab. And that's going to do it through 5.5. But the Rams score 3 more. It's 6-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXsports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. As we head to the bottom of the 6th for the Orphans, it'll be Miller, Sasankich, and Shipley. 6, 7, and 8 in Matt Kottmeyer's lineup. Of course, 10 and 11, under 500 looking to stay in the South 7 Conference race today. Still have Carbondale and I believe Marion here to play in the South 7. Carbondale will come on Thursday, their next game, and then they will still have to play Marion at some point. Not real sure when they're going to get that one in.
It'll help our friend out, give him something to eat.
Come on.
I don't think I'd get it.
I would. You know I would. No. I tweeted that. Follow us at WMIX Sports. Fresh content on there. This one's going to be ripped foul down the third base side, just outside the bag, and it'll be 0-1 quickly.
Well, that helps me go through previous tweets so I can see what was scores.
Wilkinsville and Woodlawn tangled in a close softball battle.
Had that 2 innings ago.
I'm behind. One coming. Mm-hmm. This one's going to be a blooper toward right. Pike will make the grab.
Playing perfectly. That was positioning there. Pike was waiting on that ball to be hit there. Basically in his track, 1 down. Feel a little more comfortable with his 6-2 lead. A little bit better. 4 outs away, or 5 outs away now.
WPP, what's that, boys water polo? I have to say,
I don't know what that is, but I
boys water polo.
It has to be boys water polo.
We'll get to that in just a moment. We love the random. 6-2 score here in the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be a 1-0 count on Diamond Sankich, who had a sac fly RBI his last time. Looks like Lindbergh North all over Maine West, 17-13. And Lincoln Way Central over Lincoln Way West, 14-10 in water polo of the boys' side. More scoreboards presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony there in his office. Look for him on the web at TonyWilt.com. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town as Brock Fulkerson wants a new ball.
I don't think he wanted a new ball. The ball hit the fence, and the umpire wanted to look at it. Brock, being a pitcher, said,
What is good sports?
Umpire wanted to look at it. He wants to rub it up, even though a scuff mark off a chain link fence is not going to do anything.
Yeah, they won't buff out.
Well, that umpire, he rubbed it all the way out there.
Gave it a nice little polish.
Gave it a rough off there.
Good times. So the Orphans have Carbondale Friday, I believe, are at Oakville Friday. Or Carbondale Thursday at Oakville Friday. Look down at the schedule. As the 1-1 will miss to Sankich. It's 2 balls and a strike. Rams, meanwhile, depending upon what happens here, would be off until Friday, where they will travel to modern day, weather permitting. 3-1 is a miss to Sankich. Of course, 1 out, nobody on here in the 6th, and he'll take it low, and that's going to be a 1-out walk.
Brock's not happy with himself that time.
Whoa!
Right back with the mound, right back wanting the baseball and get going again as Coach Kottmeyer at third gives some signals.
Alton beats O'Fallon in softball 6-5. Big win. Southwestern play. Here comes is Shipley. Sends the first pitch he sees in the center. Retreating is Landon Thomas for the grab, and there's your second out.
He made that look easy. I heard somebody groaning over here to our left. I don't know. He made that look easy. That's just another day for him out there.
All over the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports.
Man, his agent is tough over here. I mean, if it's not just perfect, no, they start groaning over there. You gotta settle down on that.
I'm going to take to this water polo stuff now. 2 outs and a runner on. In steps straight up. Al Davis, straight up. Got room. Could be. Oh, almost. Does he hang on to it? Still tipped by Young. Kind of came away with it, but bounced off the fence at some point.
Yeah.
That was a great Plinko job there by Colin. Almost had it.
Yeah. Too close to the fence. Had room. That's why I say got room.
Foul ball for Wiley over there.
Got to say got room at that point because that ball's going to come back a little bit, but just tick the fence. Worked out anyway. His agent over here to our left's not happy with that either. It's a tough crew over here to our left.
Tough gallery. The 0-1 coming. Ooh, my. Took some off of it on a nice bender.
That's one of those make pitcher smile like Fulkerson did. He goes, wow, I can't believe I threw that pitch.
At WMIX Sports on the Twitterverse. We're on Facebook as well. If you'll join us at both locations. 0-2 the count. 6-2 score. Bottom 6. 1 on, 2 out. High and tight. Good waste. 1-2. What do we got? All about the Twitter now. Look what you did. Freeburg beats Mater Dei in softball 3-2. Wow. Got him. They should have him on the pickoff. They're going to say, can't imagine. Back safe. Was the ground rule double? No, he did a home run if it was.
Wow.
How about Freeburg over Mater Dei?
He's dead to right. I mean, he did not get back in.
Of course, Woodlawn beats Oakville in baseball. 4-2. The Midland Trail Conference Tournament in softball resumes tomorrow. Semi-final action to the side of the higher seed. 1-2 the count.
He won't get him twice. He wasn't far enough there. He could have leaned over his belt on the base when he fell back. That's how big the lead was that time.
Big one.
Skirted him into that short lead. A little bit further out there now. He might be running this time. Yep.
1-2, runner going. Swung and a miss on a curveball, and that'll be strikeout number 4 today for Falk. We're through 6 at 6-2 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Sprehe Field, Centralia. We ended the top of the 7th. For the Rams, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. The middle of the lineup here with Colt Better, Trevor Flota, and Matthew Williams. 6-2 is your score as the Rams have 6 runs, I believe, on 6 hits finally. No errors and 2, 4, 6 runners left on, while the Orphans have 2 runs on what I have to be 5 hits, 1 error, and they have stranded 7 unofficially. I forgot to tabulate some of my totals. But here we are in the 7th. Rams up 4. Lefty pitcher Bashir on for another inning and gets 1 pass on a foul tip. Colt Better. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams. Familiar faces, new places. They continue to expand in Jefferson County. Now it's 5 locations. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Dix is where Colt Better is ready to hit that one off of the ground, and it'll be a leadoff single. I'm bringing Trevor Flota with a runner on.
You'd like to have one more run.
I think so.
Because that puts you up 5. Gines is going to come in and run for Metter at first. And you'd like to have one more just to make it a 5-run game, make Centralia to load the bases, score, and then come back at you again. Pinch runner is Gines at first. Yo-Yo's still going over here. Yo-Yo's still going now, right stuff down.
It's pretty good attention span to that Yo-Yo. I'd have lost interest innings ago. Gines the runner, pinch hit. Wow. Pinch run variety for Colt Better. With a runner on first and nobody out, top of the 7th. Rams trying to clinch another South 7 Conference title to be their 4th straight.
You're writing a book out here. Let's say 16 for
novella.
16 for 21. Let's play.
Random House. Oh, it's stop it. Phone die? They have. That's big. Let's see. What do we got? WMIX Sports this week? Oh, not much. We're on the road Friday at Mater Dei, weather permitting, as our slate starts to wind down as we head into the postseason. At the Saturday Sports Show Saturday morning from 8:08 until 10 o'clock. We hope you'll join us. We plan to have a pretty good assortment of local guests and content for you. First, Mr. Flota, pushed off of the plate low. Want to notice he blows 0-3.
We'll have to jump out of season with one interview, recent hire. And we'll see what else pops up between now and the end of the week. We'll have to review the 3A, 4A pairing.
Yep. 1-0 pushed off the plate again. 2 balls, no strikes. Williams on deck, followed by Reeves. Barney sort of double play here in the top of the 7th. So a runner on first is Gines running from Matter. Runner's going on first move, and that's going to get away. Wow, and to second base will go Zach Gines, and that'll be his SB.
Gines still dead on the pitcher. As soon as that pitcher moved, he took off. It's his first movement, take off and see what can happen. He stole a base out of it.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See the all-new 2013 F-150 Ford Square at Mount Vernon, online at fordsquare.com. 3-0 hitters count. That's going to miss high, so a 4-pitch walk puts 2 aboard now for the Rams, who could be on their way to that insurance.
The heater, 3 for 3 today. He's got 3 of the 7 Mount Vernon hits. Pike has 5 of the 6 RBIs. P&P showed 9-1 spot between Padinsky and Pike has been deadly today.
Yes, sir. The lefty Brashear gets set. Here comes the pitch. Ooh. Back to, ow, my foot. That's Williams drops down. Here comes Timmy to get it, as they call him.
Clayton Reeves over here right there trying to help you out. Want to make sure he can see that.
That's why I called him Timmy.
Well, I didn't want him to come around the corner and not be able to find it over here, so that's why I was pointing. Helpful.
2 on and nobody out. 0-1 count on the batter. Williams choked up slightly on the bat. Here comes, shows bunt. Fouls back and takes that out of the play. Nothing to do.
Well, I get the feeling the next 2 days the Rams might work on some bunting.
Choke up slightly on the bat type bunt.
Yeah, that's one of those. You need to that bat out. You're not bunting for a hit. Just saying.
You can't. Nothing to do. 2 on for the Rams here at the top of the 7th, up 62 over Centralia, looking for the South Pacific Conference title, and pulled a string, swung and a miss. That'll be the first strikeout for Brashear.
Here comes Clayton.
That'll bring in Reeves with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Rams looking for some insurance here. Looking for win number 24 on the season, looking to go to 8-1. And, of course, with a 24th win would come a tie.
Yeah, that trip to Altos.
We'll explain more on that. 2 on, 1 out. Let's see what happens. From Brashear, this one's going to be popped, foul behind the backstop, closer to the JV field. So if anybody's broadcasting the JV game, they'd be okay because it slips onto the field. Never mind.
That one's wet. That ball won't be used again.
That'll be one where they let it dry and maybe use it again in a few months down the road.
It'll be batting practice, Legion game or something out here.
0-1 the count on Reeves. Fouled the first pitch off. Brashear looks to the runner on second, fires off. Curveball inside, can be sent to third. All he has to do is step on the back, makes the throw to first, and that is going to be a 5-3 double play to retire the Rams here in the 7th. We go to the last chance 7th for the Orphans, top of the order due up. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come see the 2013 Chevy Spark at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. It's just the right amount of small and stylish. It looks awesome, gets great fuel economy, and has lots of safety features like 10 airbags. It's fun to drive and is a safe car with lots of safety features like 10 airbags. You can parallel park the Spark where most cars wouldn't dare. And the Spark starts at just over $12,000. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Last chance 7th for the Orphans. It'll be the top of the order with Mason McReaken, Matt Brashear, and Drew Shores due up for Matt Kottmeyer's lineup. 6-2 your score. It could be those 3 runs at the top of the 6th and put the Rams into a South Pacific Conference title. Swung on a miss on the first pitch from Fulkerson, who's back out to try to shut it down. And it'll be 0-1 here to Mason. He is 1 of 2 today.
Throw that pitch. There you go. Brock trying to quick pitch, but as a pitcher, you don't want to stop your motion, take a chance or throw it hurting yourself. Throw an easiest pitch up there just to keep the motion going.
We wait the 0-1. Here it comes. Swung on a miss again, and it's 0-2. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Avery Barton back in our Mount Vernon studio, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. This Game hovering around the hour and 34-minute mark. As the 0-2 is in the dirt, if I can add time correctly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So an hour 30, be 58. I can't add. An hour and 44.
Got a gizmo at work you can have that figures that for you.
I looked at it quickly, forgetting we started at 28. 1-2 coming. Ground ball, chopped. It should be to the shortstop. Williams off a hop. Fires over to first. In time. Delayed call. And it'll be this year with 1 out, nobody on.
Didn't delay the worry, the delayed call.
Red Lake College Player of the Game will come your way in our post-game show. Red Lake College, we can save thousands on your college education at rlc.edu. Which degree or certificate program is right for you at Red Lake College? All coming up in our Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. First pitch on the way to the new pitcher, Bashir. Takes outside, pushed off the plate, 1-0. Last chance inning here for the Orphans. They trailed 6-2. Rams would win an outright conference title today. It'd be their 4th straight.
And sail that trip to Belleville.
3-0 to Brazil. Fulkerson gets set. This is going to be a comeback of the pitcher. Soft top, picks it up, fires across. And 1-3 is your second out. Last chance is Drew Shores. He's going to need to get a lot going, though. Really. Yeah. Community First Bank of the Heartland, 5 Pearson County branches, and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. This is going to be ripped just past the diving Sawyer Harris and into left, and that'll be a 2-out single and a bit of a reprieve here for the Orphans. 2 runs now on 6 hits for Centralia with that 1 error, but we're going to need a lot more than just a single solitary single. They're going to need something out of B.J. Smith here, who's walked twice and ground out the 3rd one. So 0 for 1 today. Been stranded both times he's reached base. 6-2 score. South Pacific Conference title on the line with 2 outs and the runner aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. Fulkerson out of the stretch, gets set, fires home. Going to be low. Didn't really snap it off that well that time. Horse fatigue is more than likely a factor here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Getting close to 90 pitches.
Here it comes. It'll be a ground ball. Could do it to short. Williams will go to first with it. The 6-3 or tie to the side. The Rams are South Pacific champions for a 4th straight time. We'll tell you more about it in our Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. The Rams' record, oddly enough, goes from 23-5 to 24-5-1. 8-1-1 in the conference. We'll tell you more about that and explain the South Pacific Conference title in our Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. 6-2 is your final. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Motor City reclaims its name with the 2013 Chrysler 200. Hi, Roy Schmidt Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The Chrysler 200 has a great classy design. The lines and curves create a precise, chiseled profile. LED tail lamps eliminate attention to detail. And each Chrysler 200 wheel choice adds a different finishing touch to the vehicle's overall design. Right now, we are offering our own finishing touch with great incentives. Choose $3,000 in customer cash or choose 0% financing for 72 months. Wow! We have over 30 Chrysler 200s in stock, all having been awarded the IIHS Top Safety Pick. Browse our entire inventory at KingCityChrysler.com or come see one of our associates at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, and don't forget to find us on Facebook.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to Sprehe Field, WMIX, WMIXSports.com for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton is back at our Mount Vernon studio. And, of course, it's Schmidt Chevrolet. You can find their inventory online at SchmidtChevrolet.com and, of course, visit them in person at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 6-2 is your final. The Rams beat the Orphans here on the road, but most importantly, clinch a South 7 Conference title outright. Improved to 24-5-1. 8-1-1 is where they will finish the South 7 record. As that game that was suspended on Thursday at Alsop now does not matter because it ends in a tie, tied at 2. Of course, those two teams, as we understand, do not have to play that game. Of course, with the conference race not being on the line now, the Rams have assured themselves of their fourth consecutive outright South 7 Conference championship. Not too shabby for Tim Holloway's Rams.
Very nice. Another goal along the way. Hopefully be many more goals accomplished by this team here in 2013.
There you go. Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, online at SchmidtChevrolet.com. We need to take a look at our Heartland Accounting postgame stats.
6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 left on base for the Rams, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. 6 left on base for the Orphans. Brock Fulkerson, your winner. Mason McReaken, the loser. In a game that took 1 hour and 47 minutes. It's Rams 6, Centralia 2, and the Rams are your South 7 Conference champion.
Now we know officially, weather permitting, the Rams are back in action on Friday when they will travel to Modern Day to take on the Knights. So we'll see you in Breeze. Of course, you can listen to us here on WMIX and online at WMIXSports.com. 4:15 will be your scheduled pregame as the Rams head to Clinton County. That's going to do it for us today, with the exception of your Lake College player of the game. In fact, we'll sneak in one more break. When we come back in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame, we'll have that player of the game for you. Brock Fulkerson, your winner, now 8-1 on the year, having a pretty solid season for this Rams team, your South 7 Conference champs. We'll take a break, come back, talk more about it. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next round weather. A stray shower early, otherwise mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 51. Tomorrow, times of cloudiness and sun, a little more than a spotty shower, high 73. And partly cloudy tomorrow night, a low of 50. Yeah, look for Wednesday, partly sunny and nice, high temperature of 78. And then on Thursday, times of clouds and sunshine with a shower or thunderstorm. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Ren Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Ren Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back on your home for the South 7 Conference champion Mount Vernon Rams, WMIX. The Rams defeat the Orphans today, 6-2. Brock Fulkerson the win. Mason McReaken takes a tough luck loss. But, of course, the Rams no longer have to play Alsop now, so they're 24-5-1, 8-1-1 in the South 7 Conference. The Orphans, meanwhile, still have games against Carbondale and Marion. They'll play Carbondale on Thursday, but all of that aside. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at SchmidtChevrolet.com. Of course, our stats are always calculated by Heartland Accounting. Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert, is Heartland Accounting. We need a Red Lake College player of the game, and it is blatantly obvious.
Jake Pike, 5 RBIs. Enough said.
There you go. Yep. For that effort, Jake Pike, your Red Lake College player of the game. Save thousands in your college education at Red Lake College online at rlc.edu. We can see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. That's Red Lake College. It's time. Speaking of which, it's time to wrap up this broadcast. The Mount Vernon Rams, of course, South 7 Conference champs with a 6-2 win over their vaunted rival, the Centralia Orphans. Glad to have had you with us from Centralia. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, for everyone at WMIX Sports. Thank you for taking the time to listen to Mount Vernon Rams baseball. On behalf of Community First Bank and the rest of our sponsors, I'm Chris Hugo reminding you of the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams 6, the Centralia Orphans 2. So long from Seatown.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at WMIXSports.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Heartland Accounting. And by Central Christian Church. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX. Find archived broadcasts of Rams baseball at WMIXSports.com.